Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kevin. Today, I want to share us about the Beijing Winter Olympics game. So, before presentation, let's talk about Olympics game. Olympics game is one of the famous and ancient sports competition around the world. The first Olympics game was held in the Greece, yes, in the Olympia in 1869. Later, the Olympics game was held every 4 years. But remember, the Summer and the Winter Olympics game is completely different. Now, let's focus to the Beijing Olympics. So why Beijing is becoming popular again? First, Beijing recently is holding the 2022, that is the 24th Winter Olympics game here. Second, Beijing become the first cities to hold both Summer and Winter Olympics at a year. So it become famous, become highlight. So now, why the Beijing? So now the most highlight things in the Beijing Winter Olympics is the opening ceremony. Actually, opening ceremony is a stage to demonstrate one country's local traditional culture and also to demonstrate the Olympic spirit at here. Yes, Chinese did it. Chinese did this opening ceremony to extreme, so that it get many applause, get many praise from the different country around the world. So why the opening ceremony is very popular. The first one is the China in the 2022 Olympic ceremony. The Chinese conductor managed to use more technology so that it gives us people more different kinds of eye-shocking together. And the second, at the opening day, it is full of the coincides, which connection to the Chinese traditional culture. This year, Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics game opening day is February 4th. February 4th is still in winter, but they have 4 different kinds of the coincidence. The first one is February 4th is 2-4. We call 24. Then it means the 24th Winter Olympics game opening. Second, February 4th is in Friday, which is same to the 2008 Beijing Summer Olympics opening time, because Beijing Summer Olympics game is also opening at a Friday. Third is this day is still in the Chinese traditional festival, that is Spring Festival, and this year is Tiger. Tiger means more stronger than before, which is directly to fulfill to the Olympics thinking spirits here. And the fourth is this day is a traditional is a Chinese 24 solar term we call Li Chun, and also the beginning of the spring. So this 4 coincidence also attract people's attention, because it directly to connect the ceremony to the Chinese traditional culture. So, however, I cannot went to Beijing to see the Olympics game because of COVID-19. But after I contrasted, I see my video about 2008 and the recent Olympics game, I was completely shocked. I was completely shocked by that. So this is my feeling about Beijing Olympics games. First, Beijing Olympics game opening ceremony is full of technology and also full of creativity. In the 2008, although Chinese technology is not so development, but the conductor also can use the body performance to make them very exciting, very shocking, because every people do the same gestures or put every shapes uniformly so that it can show Chinese culture. But in the 2022 opening ceremony, people often use the technology such as the LED or computer or computer special effect, so that it can make everything more reality and also make everything more shocking than before. Yes, the technology made the 2022 Winter Olympics opening ceremony more popular, more vividly than before. Okay, that's all. And the second point is, I really admire by Chinese conductors' creativity. Yes, yes, I want to tell the teacher that the 2008 and the recent Olympics opening ceremony are all conducted by the Chinese famous conductor Zhang Yimou. Zhang Yimou think the opening ceremony it just wasn't a performance. Instead, this is a good chance to show us the Olympic spirits and the local Chinese culture. So in order to think about that, the Zhang Yimou find out different kinds of material and change for it. Now we have found a different effects. In the 2008, although Chinese didn't have enough technology, but Zhang Yimou connect the Chinese culture and thinking, so it make our thinking, make our interesting. And recently he maybe to connect it to Chinese yes, we can the technology so in everything more cool than before. I want to tell you, especially the IC5 rings. The IC5 rings live up together, live up, and it means to it have deeply symptom out here. So that's all. The third one is I really admire Chinese culture here, because in the 2008 I see Chinese for famous development, and also I can feeling that how stronger the Chinese in the Tang Dynasty and the Ming Dynasty at that time. And now in the 2008 and 2022 I see it come to different China. I can find the Chinese technology is developed a lot. I think Chinese have ability, have power to build a peace, to demonstrate Chinese culture and here. So that's it. This let me very shocking. So that's all. That's all on my telling, on my feeling here. If I have time, I will go to Beijing. Now let's see some videos so that I wish you can to directly to feeling what is the Chinese opening ceremony, what is Chinese memory on here. First one, this is Beijing opening. That is Beijing opening ceremony on here. So this is Confucian, and also this is although this is body performance. Yes, this body performance mainly to talk about the Chinese printings. We use different kinds of the words and put together and we print something. And this is Confucian. This is Confucian. Yes, that's about Chinese traditional thinking.
Typesetting. One would think it was all mechanically operated, but it turns out it was human operated, to the delight of the people in the stadium.
Look, that's okay. Now let's begin to Chinese bowls, the ceramics in here.
More chronicling of the Chinese dynasties over the years. The Silk Road and the Maritime Silk Road depicted in this bit of stadium theater.
That's bold.
Taking of Chinese culture to the Western world.
So if you cannot to do everything uniformly, it means the whole shape will not good before. So what it means is you need to do everything carefully. So that is the body performance. But next time comes different. That is the technology performance.
Call it the Mother River of China, presenting a romantic image of
This,
the country.
what I said, is the LED screen and the computer special effect, so that it can make everything more vividly than before. Okay, that's very shocking. Now, this is ice. It looks very ice, but we use a laser, we use a light, so that it can make it look like ices. But in the later, you can clearly see what is. You'll find us. I really. You can see the Zhang Yimou's spirits and Zhang Yimou's challenge, intelligence about this ceremony. Okay, actually we use a laser, we use a light so that we can put everything on the walls. On the walls. Actually that is a 3D effect. So there's more reality. Also this is the different times of the winter Olympics and here. This time is too long, so I will jump it to this time. When you come here, that is 2024's Beijing Olympics and here. The light effects is very shocking. That's very amazing. So I strongly recommend everybody to see that.
Now leaning into one of the 15 Winter Games sports, ice hockey. These lasers and shots will form the key feature for the parade of athletes, which is about to begin.
Now you can see the ice will go down. It looks like very real because we use the 3D effect to show what is real. So that is the thing. What I said is Zhang Yimou's creativity on this point. He added the elements of the Winter Olympics and also to show different meaning of it here. Look, this icy rings. Okay, let's put it here. This is the reality, but actually it also uses a light effect to build that. So it looks like reality. So this picture, these things means the whole world become peace, and every people will be on equality, and our friendship is the first, but our competition and the fighting is the second one. So it also to fulfill the Olympics motto, that is the peace and equality. So I've showed two more things to you. Okay, thank you for listening. That's all my presentation about Olympics. I recommend everybody can have a chance to see the opening ceremony. That'll be very amazing.